The dense forests of Northern California's Lost Coast have long whispered secrets of the unexplained. For decades, this remote 7,000-acre wilderness has been ground zero for Bigfoot sightings, with reports of towering, bipedal creatures, unearthly vocalizations, and mysterious footprints haunting the region. Now, a dedicated team of investigators may be closer than ever to uncovering the truth behind these legends. The Expedition Bigfoot team, led by veteran researchers Mireya Mayer, Bryce Johnson, and Russell Acord, has spent the past 5 years meticulously documenting evidence of what they believe could be an established Bigfoot migration route through this rugged terrain. Their recent findings, including thermal images, massive nesting structures, and unprecedented video footage, are challenging conventional explanations and reigniting the debate about whether we share these woods with an undiscovered species. A trail of mysterious evidence. The investigation took a dramatic turn when the team recovered a peculiar goat skull that showed unusual thermal signatures. "We found it near one of our camera sites," Bryce Johnson recounted. "The heat pattern was all wrong, like something large had been holding it recently." This macabre discovery led them to a clearing where they made their most compelling find to date: a series of massive woven nests constructed from snapped branches and foliage. "These weren't your typical animal beds," Russell explained, measuring one structure that spanned nearly 8 feet across. "The engineering suggests a level of intelligence and physical strength beyond any known forest creature. The way the branches are interlocked, it's methodical, purposeful." Technological breakthroughs. Armed with cutting-edge equipment, the team has been able to document their findings with unprecedented precision. LiDAR drones have mapped strange trail systems that appear to connect various nesting sites. Thermal cameras captured multiple instances of large, bipedal heat signatures moving through the forest at night. Multispectral imaging revealed patterns of disturbed vegetation consistent with something massive moving upright. Perhaps most startling was the trail camera footage showing 2 upright figures moving through the woods with an unmistakably humanoid gait. The stride length, the arm swing, the sheer size — this wasn't a bear walking on its hind legs, Bryce emphasized. These creatures moved with purpose, like they knew exactly where they were going. Eyewitness accounts add credibility. The scientific data is bolstered by numerous eyewitness reports from locals and visitors alike. One particularly compelling account came from a group of hikers who described being herded by something unseen. "We kept hearing movement just beyond the tree line," one hiker recalled. "When we'd stop, it would stop. When we moved, it moved with us. Then we heard this sound, like a mix between a growl and speech. We ran and never looked back." Park rangers in the area have reported similar experiences. "I've worked these woods for 15 years, one veteran ranger confessed. "There are things out here that don't fit any official field guide. I've seen trees snapped in ways no bear could manage, and heard vocalizations that still give me chills." The scientific debate. While mainstream science remains skeptical, some primatologists are beginning to take notice. "The nesting behavior is particularly interesting," noted Dr. Evan Sanderson, a biological anthropologist not affiliated with the expedition. "Great apes do construct sleeping platforms, but nothing on this scale has been documented in North America. If this evidence holds up to scrutiny, it could rewrite what we know about primate distribution." The team's findings have not been without controversy. Some critics argue the nests could be the work of unusually industrious bears, while others suggest the thermal images might show known animals distorted by environmental factors. "We welcome skepticism," Bryce said. "That's why we're being so thorough with our documentation. The truth is in the totality of the evidence." Recent extreme weather events have added urgency to the investigation. Flash floods destroyed several potential nesting sites, forcing the team to accelerate their research. "The habitat is changing," Russell noted. "If these creatures exist, they're being displaced. We need to document what we can before more evidence is lost." As the expedition continues, the researchers remain cautiously optimistic. "We're not out here to prove Bigfoot exists," Bryce clarified. "We're following the evidence wherever it leads. But I will say this, the more we learn, the harder it becomes to dismiss all these sightings as hoaxes or misidentifications." With plans to publish their findings in a peer-reviewed journal and an upcoming documentary series in production, the Expedition Bigfoot team may soon force science to seriously confront one of its most enduring mysteries. For now, the ancient forests of the Lost Coast keep their secrets, but perhaps not for much longer. The Expedition Bigfoot team, led by field researchers Maria Bryce and Russell Ackerman, recently made startling discoveries deep in the northeast quadrant of the forest. A series of 18-inch footprints pressed nearly 2 inches into hard-packed soil. Multiple trees snapped at heights between 7 to 8 feet from the ground. Strange nesting structures made of interwoven branches weighing hundreds of pounds. Unidentified hair samples caught on bark at heights unreachable by bears. The footprint cast we recovered shows dermal ridges and a mid-tarsal break that doesn't match any known primate, explains Ackerman. We're talking about a creature easily exceeding 800 pounds based on the depth of these impressions. Night vision revelations. After numerous daytime searches yielded limited results, the team began nocturnal operations with thermal imaging equipment. What they captured has even veteran researchers unsettled. Multiple instances of large bipedal heat signatures moving through dense brush. Unexplained thermal voids that seem to mask heat signatures. Anomalous readings showing temperature differentials inconsistent with known wildlife. Documented instances of what appears to be deliberate avoidance of camera sites. Most disturbing was the night their equipment captured something throwing rocks toward their campsite from complete darkness. The trajectory and force behind those throws. Bryce trails off. Let's just say we packed up immediately. Scientific scrutiny increases. The team's findings have attracted attention from unexpected quarters. Primatologists are particularly interested in the nesting structures, which show sophisticated construction techniques. Wildlife biologists are baffled by audio recordings containing vocalizations outside known animal repertoires. Forensic analysts are examining the footprint casts for anatomical anomalies. Botanists are studying damaged vegetation for clues about the creature's feeding habits. This isn't about proving Bigfoot exists anymore, Smith states. It's about identifying exactly what's sharing these woods with us. The evidence is leading us toward something far more complex than we imagined. A pattern emerges. Analysis of sighting reports reveals troubling patterns. Activity spikes during seasonal changes, suggesting migratory behavior. Encounters cluster around water sources and rugged terrain. Multiple witnesses report seeing juvenile creatures with adults. There are disturbing accounts of coordinated hunting behaviors. Recent flooding appears to have displaced several family groups, leading to increased encounters near human settlements. They're not aggressive per se, notes local guide Emily Yoshida. But they're clearly asserting territorial rights. We're the visitors here. The search continues. As the team prepares for another expedition season, they're deploying new technology. Array microphones to triangulate vocalizations. Environmental DNA sampling stations. Motion-activated high-resolution cameras. Drone-mounted thermal sensors. We're closer than ever to answers, Bryce says, packing gear for another night in the field. But the more we learn, the more questions we have. Whatever these creatures are, they're watching us as closely as we're watching them. For now, the Lost Coast keeps its secrets. But with each passing season, the boundary between legend and reality grows increasingly thin in these ancient woods.